Top 5 Japanese Female Humanoid Robots 2022. Japan is the world's leading manufacturer and consumer of robots. About half of the world's robots are made and used in Japan. About half of the world's 4,500 robot engineers are in Japan too. Even as far back as 2000, $5.7 billion worth of robots were produced in Japan. Keep watching for some of the most shocking Japanese robots you're yet to hear about. Number 5. HRP-4C. The HRP-4C, nicknamed Meme, is a feminine-looking humanoid robot created by the National Institute of Advanced Industrial Science and Technology, a Japanese research facility. Meme measures 158 centimeters, or 5 feet 2 inches tall, and weighs 95 pounds, including a battery pack. She has a realistic head and face, and the figure of an average young Japanese female based on the 1997 to 1998 Japanese Body Dimension database. She can move like a human, utilizing 30 body motors and another 8 dedicated to facial expressions. Meme can also respond to speech using speech recognition software, and is capable of recognizing ambient sounds. Meme can also sing using the vocal synthesizer Vocaloid. The software that operates the robot is developed on the basis of Open Robotics Platform. An initial public demonstration was held on March 16, 2009, with another held at Tokyo's Digital Content Expo in 2010 to showcase recent upgrades that allow HRP-4C to mimic human facial and head movements, as well as execute dance steps. 2011 upgrades to Meme's human-like walking ability were shown in a video released by AIST, and have been called super realistic. Interesting, isn't she now? Number 4. Hanako. 3 Japanese universities, Waseda, Kogakuin, and Showa, and robot maker Tumsuk have developed Hanako, a robotic dental patient who can behave like a human patient to some extent. The robot, who is supposed to be female, can converse with doctors. Please examine me, that hurts, etc. Discharge robotic saliva, sneeze, open and close her mouth, etc. Standing 157 centimeters tall, Hanako's body is the work of Tumsuk, while the medical features were developed by the dental faculties of the universities involved in the development of the robot. There are 9 joints in her body, for example in her jaw, tongue, and even in her eyelids. The main goal is to offer dentists or dental students a way to practice real-life procedures on a robot before taking care of human patients. At Showa University, dental students actually have to take tests using Hanako. This actually makes a lot of sense, we would say. Hanako reacts to mistakes by verbally expressing pain, rolling her eyes, or even simulating a vomiting reflex thanks to the touch sensors in her mouth. The Showa Hanako 2 actually goes much farther lengths to create a realistic experience for the training practitioner. The robot's mouth is designed to be as realistic as possible, down to the way that it feels. The creators of this dental bot got help from an unusual source in order to create that realism. Orient Industry, a company that is recognized as one of Japan's top makers of lifelike dolls, was consulted to help the research team make up realistic skin, tongue, and mouth areas. The system is also equipped with a basic program for voice recognition. This allows the training dentist to carry out some basic conversation with the robot during the exam or procedure. Like any good patient, Hanako can give the dentist feedback about his or her performance. Unlike most patients, however, she can store and analyze the student's performance, giving them a detailed amount of experience on the computer. Number 3. Replie Q2. Replie Q2 is a model of Actoid, androids or gynoids built by Kokoro Company Limited and developed by Osaka University, created in June of 2005. The Replie Q2 is capable of using mimicry to learn movements, and can respond to physical and verbal stimulation. Replie Q2 is capable of voice recognition, and possesses the ability to process speech and respond in kind. Replie Q2 is an upgraded version of Replie Q1. The face of Replie Q2 has become more human-like. Furthermore, it has 13 DOFs in the head so that it can make some facial expressions and mouth shapes. Replie Q2, shown with the same name of Replie Q1 Expo at the World Expo held in Aichi, Japan in June 2005. In the demonstrations, Replie Q1 Expo interacted with people by impersonating a TV interviewer. Replie Q1 Expo had omnidirectional cameras and microphones surrounding her, and tactile sensors embedded under a carpet, and could recognize a person's gestures, voice, and standing position. Just how real does she look? Number 2. Saya. Japan's robot teacher calls roll, smiles, and scolds, drawing laughter from students with her eerily lifelike face. But the developer says it's not about to replace human instructors. The robot teacher, called Saya, can express 6 basic emotions: surprise, fear, disgust, anger, happiness, sadness, as its rubber skin is pulled from the back with motors and wiring around the eyes and the mouth. It's remote controlled by a human watching via cameras. Robots that look human tend to be a big hit with young children and the elderly, Hiroshi Kobayashi, Tokyo University of Science professor and Saya's developer, said Wednesday. Children even start crying when they are scolded. First developed as a receptionist robot in 2004, Saya was tested in a Tokyo classroom earlier this year with a handful of 5th and 6th graders, although it still can't do much more than call out names and shout orders such as "be quiet." Japan and other nations hope robotics will help solve their growing labor shortages as populations age, but scientists express concern about using a machine to take care of children and the elderly. Noel Sharkey, robotics expert and professor at the University of Sheffield, believes robots can serve as an educational aid in inspiring interest in science, but they can't replace humans. It would be delusional to think that such robots could replace a human teacher, he said. Let us know how you feel about this in the comments below. Number 1. Project Aiko. Aiko is a humanoid robot with a built-in biometric artificial intelligence neural system designed by Lee Trung in Canada. Aiko is slightly less than 5 feet high, with 32.24-inch bust and a 22.44-inch waist. Aiko, which means love child, is the perfect companion. In fact, lovely Aiko speaks Japanese and English and can respond to annoyances and questions. She has the ability to identify objects placed before her. She's equipped with a sensor which allows her to signal pain or annoyance. If you squeeze her cheeks or other parts of her anatomy, she will tell you, "That hurts," or "Stop touching me." Aiko has the ability to talk and interact with humans with 13,000 sentences at her disposal. She can be programmed to recognize intruders and immediately switch to a defense mode. If it is raining outdoors, she will bring you an umbrella. Aiko is a dream girl, but her inventor Lee Trung envisions a day when Aiko clones can be used as security in airports and other public places, assistance for housebound disabled people, the elderly, and as office assistants. Aside from Aiko's lovely appearance, Lee Trung's biggest claim to fame is the technology. He combined his innovative brain technology by programming in C# and BASIC, which constantly updates. The brain software controls speech, reading, math, vision, colors, hearing, automation, and sensors. She is a work in progress with the best yet to come. Additionally, the software can control robot kits like Kondo KHR2 through voice activation, automation, and basic recognition. Uniquely, the brain software is designed to interact with Aiko's environment, process the data, and record it in the internal memory. When the internal memory reaches full capacity, the synthesized data can be transferred into the server database. The result is an evolving database that can be shared and used by future Aiko clones. Lee Trung has maxed out his personal funding and credit lines to create Aiko. Project Aiko has made the rounds with the press and public trade shows. The latest interview with a CNN reporter demonstrated the lighter side of Aiko. Aiko demonstrated her sight recognition features by recognizing the difference between a Coca-Cola product and water and distinguishing food. While the public events thus far have been geared to attract public attention, the genius behind the brain technology and its future is astounding. That's all for this video, folks. See you another time.